We are halfway through the NFL season, and we've seen many players across the league dominate the competition. With that in mind, I'm joined at the desk by Blake and Josh to discuss who wins our NFL midseason awards. So, Blake, we'll start with Coach of the Year. Who you got?
I have Andy Reid of the Kansas City Chiefs. I think he is the most deserving of the award this year, and I'll tell you why. Going into the season, we did not expect the Chiefs. They were kind of an up-and-down team. We didn't know how Pat Mahomes was going to play. This team has exceeded expectation, done the best they could with what they had. And I think that's exactly what the Coach of the Year represents. I just think their statistics, what they've done, their one loss to New England doesn't really say much.
Yeah,
Josh,
but again, here's the thing. What they've done on one side of the ball, they have a great offense, a perfect offense. Mahomes has been exceeding expectations, but I got to go with the Rams. They're the most complete team. Sean McVay is just leading a dynasty there almost. Like,
but we knew what they
and
were.
he's only 30.
And he's only 32.
We knew what they were getting going into the season.
We didn't know that they'd rock out to 7-0.
All of the teams that, all the players that they've gotten in the offseason, like this was definitely going to happen.
Go undefeated. And here's
did we?
I think the big test with the Rams was the Vikings, who are still a very good team. They destroyed them. Sean McVay was running circles around them. Meanwhile, the Chiefs have they allowed so many points, and their defense.
The Chiefs have only lost one game.
More Andy Reid versus Sean McVay. Both are fantastic.
Yeah,
One's a veteran.
Andy Reid's a great offensively minded coach, but the reason why he hasn't won a Super Bowl, the reason why he hasn't won playoffs in a while, he chokes on defense, and that's going to bite them later in the season.
So, Josh, who is your defensive player of the year? Moving on.
I mean, there's one answer. J.J. Watt has brought the Texans back to relevancy. I know what you're going to say, but 7 sacks already on the year. The Texans have won 4 games straight. I mean, he is just their leader.
I think there's just so much more to that defense than just J.J. Watt. For me, I have Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack for the Chicago Bears this year. He's come in from Oakland. We didn't really know what to expect. Not much under his belt going in from the preseason. And this man just dominates. It's a question at the beginning of the season whether he would be MVP of the NFL this year.
Or whether or not he could fit into the Bears' defense.
Exactly. It's crazy what he's been able to do this year. He even has a touchdown. Just the statistics and the things that he's done. I don't think the statistics even speak for what he's been able to do. He gets to the quarterback consistently. I know J.J. Watt does the same thing. Both the players we're talking about are phenomenal, but I just think Khalil Mack so far has shown that to me.
Well, Blake, what about Rookie of the Year for you?
Yeah, so mine is a little surprising, not as much people have been talking about. I have Darius Leonard of the Indianapolis Colts. He's leading the league in tackles this year. I just think that kind of production just really stands out to me. I think a lot of people will be saying Saquon. Saquon this year, I don't think he's been performing. I think he could perform a lot better, and I think that has to do a lot with their offensive line. It's not all his fault. Their offensive line clearly has a lot of holes.
They're trash.
Their pass blocking is awful. His pass blocking is awful. So what I'm saying is, I think Darius Leonard deserved this award more than a Saquon Barkley.
I agree with that, but I was going to say Barkley, but after thinking about it a bit more, Calvin Ridley has been one of the best players I've seen come out of the draft. I was so shocked when the Panthers didn't take him. They took DJ Moore over him, and the jury's still out on Moore. But Calvin Ridley is leading the Falcons in touchdowns right now.
Yeah, but I think
Julio
that's
hasn't caught anything.
He just has touchdowns. He's got some receptions.
He's got some good
yards. He's got 392 yards on the season. He's not leading the league. He's slowed down the past few games.
He's good red zone threat. He's good, reliable target for Matt Ryan. I mean, he's come out and been the best rookie I've seen in a long
Josh,
time.
what about your MVP?
I mean, there's only one answer, Todd Gurley. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing yards. He's got the most yards from scrimmage. He's got touchdowns galore. He's got 11 already. I mean, Todd Gurley is just insane. He's on pace to score 30
you look like
touchdowns.
you agree.
Oh, I completely agree. I looked at my other options at the beginning of the season. I was kind of looking at Pat Mahomes the way he was playing. But just Todd Gurley, just what he has done is just absolutely crazy. I agree with Josh. He is the MVP.
Well, that's all the time we have for the NFL. Don't go away. When we come back, I'll be joined by Matt to talk about some of the best World Series moments. Stay tuned.